What's going on, guys? Chandler here. So before we get started with the podcast with METALBIRB, who was an absolutely fantastic guest, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. This is an early access podcast for my patrons, and if you would like to support the channel going forward, or if you like the content that you hear, feel free to consider subscribing to my Patreon, which is again patreon.com/Chandler Burton Entertainment. Again, patreon.com/Chandler Burton Entertainment. There is a $1 tier, a $3 tier, and a $5 tier. And joining the $1 tier will give you a whole bunch of perks, again, like early access podcasts like this, early access videos, some album reactions, and a whole bunch of other perks. So again, if you want to support the YouTube channel, the Chandler Burton podcast, or anything like that at all, again, patreon.com/Chandler Burton Entertainment. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast I did with METALBIRB. Thank you all so much for your ongoing support.
You're listening to the Chandler Burton podcast. Turn it up to 11 and rip the knob off. This is Chandler Burton.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing what's tonight, whatever time it is. Guys, we are getting some woos in the chat because people are fired up that I'm checking out.
Well, welcome everybody back to the Chandler Burton podcast. I'm your host, Chandler Burton. Today, I was telling him before, I had to like keep myself a little cool because he's like one of my favorite reactors in the metal scene. We got METALBIRB on the podcast. How you doing, my man?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me. And yeah, we were talking about, like you were going to ask me some tips on podcasting. I'm here to pick your brain about podcasting because I want to start a podcast. So
do you really?
I'm selfishly here a little bit to understand the podcast world a little bit more.
Yeah, man.
But also, I've gone to hit it up a few times to do podcasts, and I do a little bit of background research before going into it, and then going into yours. You've done like 50 episodes and stuff, and you were actually interviewing some of the homies like Richard Janvrin, Scene Fiend, and stuff. And I was listening to some of the podcasts, and
thank you, man.
You got a good radio voice. You carry a conversation really well. It seems like let's do it up. Let's do a podcast. I'm excited for this, man.
Oh, sick! Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching. That means the world. That's really cool. Didn't know you watched.
Oh, no. No worries.
Yeah, that's
good
awesome.
Content.
Dude. Yeah, I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I got to know Richard. I know Richard. You were on Richard's True Shot podcast, I think twice, and so I listened to a lot of that, and I'm like, God, this guy is so cool, man. I was like, both of them are really cool. Yeah, I got to know Richard, and he came on, and he was really fun to talk to. He mentioned you a few times on there, and I've been in the Twitch chats where you guys were doing like stuff together, and so it was fun to watch you guys like interact and have fun with that. So that's always like super sick to see reactors come together and like are like really good homies. I think that's always like a really cool thing.
Oh yeah, I love that guy, and it's funny because our music taste is so different too.
It is, yeah. I've been noticing that too. And it's also I love when you give like honest reactions to like his music, and then Bogdan's. I watched your Circle Wind one. I was like, dude, like even though like what I love about you, dude, is that even though you guys are homies, you're still honest with the music, and I think that's super sick, dude. So yeah, dude, I watch everything you post. I don't need to be like weird or anything, but I watch when you post something. it's I'm watching, dude.
Damn, man, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Of course.
It's weird to hear people watch all the videos. Sometimes, like, okay, this is definitely a video for the metalcore audience. This is for the prog people or whatever. But it's cool to hear that people are like, watching a lot of the content.
Oh, totally. And speaking of prog here, and then we'll kind of get into it here, dude. Because of you, I actually checked out Relica's new EP on my Patreon. Dude, it is so good. I was like, dude, it's so good. I was like, I didn't know what to expect because I watched your top 5 of September, and that was number 1. I was like, all right, I gotta check this out, dude. That EP is sick. I was like, this is super dope, and I see why you like it so much. It's super awesome, dude. Super sick.
Yeah, that's awesome, man, because like the Relica stuff, I first heard it on Twitch, and I'm like, whoa, who is this band? This is like interesting. This is different. And then when I heard that they were dropping a new single, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a video for it. I'm like, dude, this song is just as good as the last song. And like, it's like Yeah, it's like the way I summed it up. It's like System of a Down mixed with like Protest Hero and Chokrin. It's got like the weird surge vocals, Protest Hero instrumentals, and like the weird Egyptian flair from Chokrin. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's super cool. I was like, there's so much going on, and it was just so. It was so unique, and that's funny. That's coming from a guy who, like, you know, I kind of dive into that whole generic metalcore scene. I haven't seen the clip. I'm waiting for the part 2 where you get the hot take on Wage War, because I have that comment under Twitter. I was like, I don't know, because I missed it. I was like, oh man. So I was curious. Am I allowed to ask what you said? Did you call me out on it? Thinking Wage War is the best band.
You're going to be part of it, man. I'm trying to remember exactly what I said, but like the thing is, generic doesn't necessarily mean bad, but
for sure,
generic doesn't necessarily mean it's good either. So okay, Wage War, I think is like they're a really sick band, man. Like, if that's your favorite band, that's fucking sick. Like that's like it's your like how you value them and stuff. There's nothing that can change that.
Yeah.
You know, the guys, they have great vocals, they have a great breakdowns, they know how to write just really damn good metalcore.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're not really reinventing the wheel. They're just kind of there. But if people can relate to the lyrics a little bit or something, it hits them a little bit on a personal level. I can't do that personally when it comes to Wage War, so I'm listening to their music objectively, not subjectively. So because of that, it seems a little bit like, okay, like I know a breakdown's about to hit. Oh, okay, it sounds pretty sick, but like I'd rather listen to something else than Wage War all the time, even though they're great for the gym. I'll say that. Wage War fucking slaps for the gym.
I bet you. I love to know your gym update, dude. Do you have a favorite Wage War song? Like, could you name a song like your favorite? Is this from the new album? You seem like you like Manic pretty well.
Yeah, Manic's good. You know, their old stuff. What is it? The River or the Stitch? I forget the song titles.
Oh, River and Stitch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's off their second album. I remember I was jamming out to those songs a long time ago, like even before I started my channel. Those were sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new album, it's like Dead Horse. Manic, I think, is good too.
Yeah. Super sick, dude. Yeah, good stuff, man. That's awesome, dude. Also, I had mentioned this to you as well. Dude, I watched your little short on If a God Can Bleed by Parkway Drive. I did a reaction to that as well. That song was awful. I just had to let you know. Like, I was like, dude, this guy is so funny, because I felt the same way about that song. Dude, that album wasn't great. I much as I love and respect that band, I just it hurts, man. That album hurt me. It hurt me really bad. It was abusive, dude. I'm telling you, man.
Well, I'm curious to know what other people think, because like I know I'm definitely perceived as the more critical person when it comes to like metalcore reactions and stuff. And like
I love that though, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important, and we can definitely delve into that a little bit more. But like, I never really rate music less than 5. So like, sure, I'm critical, but I'm always like, I see the value in it. I always think like, okay, like, you know, I don't think it's that great, but at least like, you know, it has some solid moments here and there. But that Parkway Drive album, man, was it was the worst. It was the worst album I've ever reviewed. Like, I think it's that bad. Like, in terms of just like, okay, there's times where I just laughed. I couldn't help myself from laughing at certain moments.
Yeah, it's funny, dude.
And then there's times where I'm like, okay, this literally just sounds like Pink Floyd. This literally just sounds like Metallica. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's not even the most original sounding. So I had a lot of issues with this album, and I gave it a 3 out of 10.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, it was bad, dude. I was so disappointed. And the thing is, though, a lot of people get mad at me when I say like they think I prefer like the Horizons or the Deep Blues. Like, I don't. I'm cool with bands trying new things, but that didn't work for me. That didn't work at all. It was like I couldn't get into it, man. Just a real bummer. So
yeah, I started to not care about what commenters say and just kind of like leave my opinions out there. I'm getting a little bit more verbal, and I know that people might not like you know, their hot takes video I recently just did talking about Color Decay, saying like it's a good album. I don't think it's as amazing as people are making it out to be.
For sure, yeah.
But the thing is, like, you know, you just voice out your opinion. Don't really care about what people say, because like you know, there's more context. Like, I think even when you do review something, it's like only for like a couple minutes, and you can really delve into your opinion a little bit more. That happens all the time, and like, I understand where the commenters are coming from, but I can definitely rebuttal or even give more context to the way that I feel.
For sure, absolutely, that makes sense too. Yeah, and you do YouTube full time now, don't you? Like, is that like your job?
Yeah, I do it full time.
That's sick, dude. Is it like hard to like Like, I mean, does it ever like weigh you down with like people like? Because I know you left a tweet once where you were talking. It might have been you. I could be mixed it up, but there was a tweet that went out that said like, you know, you put in all this work to these videos, and then people just comment saying, react to this song, do this song, and like, does it ever kind of like, you know, wear you down a little bit? Because essentially, I mean, this is your job. Like, have you ever been like, you know, man, like, is this worth the work? Like when people do that kind of stuff.
Oh, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I think, you know, like I was just kind of saying, I'm starting to care less and less about comments so much, and I kind of just like have my Discord community, my Twitch community, where those people I feel like really get to know me.
Sure.
But yeah, I guess like I kind of just do my own thing, man. I just like even choosing my own songs, the content that I want to make.
Sure.
You know, at the beginning of doing it, I would say that, you know, a lot of commenters would actually like change the direction of my channel a little bit.
Okay.
And I gave them a little bit too much power. And so there's been a change. It's a gradual change that I feel like only I can notice, but I'm kind of really just doing my own thing. It's but yeah, commenters, like, you know, they're always like spamming comments but you know, there's a lot of good comments too. Like the focus on the positive, like there's the community here on YouTube and everything's just been insane. It's been amazing.
Yeah,
people are so welcoming. Like people just it's cool even like when they're spamming comments, because at the end of the day, they just want to see you check out like one of their favorite songs or review one of their favorite songs. And that's still like positive. Like it's still a cool thing to hear. So it doesn't really weigh me down.
Okay.
I do a lot of things to make sure that I don't feel burnout doing this, but yeah.
For sure.
But yeah.
Burnout's a real thing, man. That's it's tough, dude. I know it's kind of nice though that you kind of, you know, I like watching all your updates and stuff where you go outside or you go to the gym and stuff. So it's kind of cool. You could probably, you know, make your own schedule and stuff. That's pretty cool. Because you were doing digital marketing before you kind of went YouTube full time, right?
Damn, man, you really know me.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, like seriously. I mean, this will be my one simp moment, because I got to be careful, dude. I've loved your content forever. I told you before. I was like, ever since Wage War Low, I've been watching you for like ever, dude. And like honestly, I would watch you over anybody else because you would give an honest opinion. Like even if you didn't like the song, I was like, dude, at least we're gonna get something real. Because sometimes I watch reactions, I'm like, I don't know, but with you, I get a real reaction every time. So I know when I do a song, like I'm going to go watch METALBIRB and kind of hear his opinion on it. Because when I give a song, like usually I talk about more like the mental health type of thing. You're really good at like breaking down like things that I probably missed. And I'm like, oh man, he mentions things that maybe I should have put in there. So dude, I watch everything, especially if we do the same song. I'm like, the first one I watch is you. And that's not I'm like, dude, I gotta see what METALBIRB has to say, dude. Because your opinion to me matters. And then okay, I'm done simping. I'm done. Okay.
No, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Of course.
I find that fucking crazy, to be honest.
Oh,
there's so many good like content creators out there. But yeah, I think people just kind of value authenticity. There's definitely times where people get like, you know, lack of a better word, butthurt when I say
for sure
something negative about a song. But at the end of the day, there needs to be authenticity. That was one of the main goals of my YouTube channel, was to provide some authenticity to reaction channels and change the perception of reaction videos, because a lot of people don't like reaction videos. So I wanted to like, you know, create some value by making authentic reactions, by actually giving out real opinions. And then people get upset because the difference between a reaction and a typical review is people go to reactions to get their opinions validated. They want to see people like feel the same way about their favorite songs.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like the anti-reactor in that regard, where I'm just like, I'll listen to it, I'll be like, nah, I wasn't feeling it. And then people go like, oh, fuck this guy, this guy doesn't do anything. Like, oh, sorry, can I swear?
Oh, of course. Of course. Okay. Dude, yeah, absolutely.
In case you didn't know, I swear all the time.
No, right? I love it. It's cool, man. It's all good. It's all good, brother.
But yeah. I kind of lost my train of thought, but
no, you're good. You were kind of just talking about how like, you know, people, you know, the thing is though, it's real. Again, another thing, like honestly, I remember watching a review of Memphis Mayfire, The Sinner, and you didn't like it. And everybody was like, dude, you're wrong. This is their best song. I'm like, no, dude, he's just saying what's up. It's all good. It's not my favorite either. So, no, I love your honest opinion, man. Especially on songs that I know and stuff. Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, how do you say, like, negative reviews, or do you just kind of scrap the video? If you don't like the song, will you actually put your opinion out there, or will you scrap the video?
I used to when I first started. So when I first started doing it, well, so kind of long story short, I lost my job last year because of COVID, and I needed.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all right, dude. I'm in a better place now. Honestly, the last job it was rough mentally. So honestly, maybe it was a good sign that I was out of there. But I started doing YouTube because I was like looking for a job, and I need something to do to kind of fill in the time. So I actually started doing podcasts during the pandemic, and then I was like, I'll just upload them to YouTube, and then I was like, maybe I could do reactions as well. So when I first started, I used to, if I didn't like a song, I wouldn't upload it. So like sometimes I would take a lot of requests from the comments section, and if I didn't like it, I wouldn't upload it. But now I've gotten to the point where I've definitely gotten more of a backbone. Like I'm okay if people don't agree with my opinion. So I used to. Now I upload everything that I make now, if I'm able to. Sometimes copyright won't let me, but I will. Yeah, I will upload anything. I'm okay if people don't like it. It's all right. So
stupid copyright, man.
I know it's hard. I don't know how to beat it. I'm trying. I don't know how to beat it, man.
But yeah, no, like another thing is like, I know it's tough to really voice out your opinion because you don't want to ruffle feathers. You want to make sure like you put out positivity. I totally understand that. And some people just don't want to upset the band. They don't want to upset the fan base. So they stay pretty neutral. There's only been 2 times where I've scrapped videos. I think one was for a band. Yeah, I forget the band 100th. They were like a hardcore band, and then they went into shoegaze. They're sick, and then they put out a song where I just didn't really care for it.
Okay.
And in my review, I couldn't really explain why I didn't like it, other than I just found it boring. So I'm like, and then also that video won't do really too well in views. They're a little bit more of a niche band. So I scrapped it. I'm like, I didn't really have a good review. I didn't like the song, so whatever. I didn't put it out there. But like Parkway Drive or something, I will still like, no, this is, you guys want to know my opinion? Here you go.
Yeah, for sure. They bring in big numbers. So of course people want to know your opinion. I think that's really important. But no, yeah, I used to, but it's gotten to the point now where I'm okay if people, dude, I just did a reaction to Polyphia, and I'm going to be honest with you, like straight up, I didn't know who, they have a new song with Steve Va. I didn't know, dude,
Steve Va.
I didn't know who that was, and I put that in the title, and dude, people called me like a fake reactor. People called me like not a music lover because I don't know who he is. I'm like, dude, I was like, dang. I was like, all right, I'm sorry. I'm like,
that's not.
Yeah, it's like,
no, don't even say sorry. Just like whatever. You made a video, you don't know who it is, but you're trying to learn. Whatever. So like, the angry fan base, don't. It's easier said than done, but don't even worry about them. You at least made content. What do? They just sit on their ass like keyboard warriors.
Yeah, dude. Some guy was like, dude, I want to be honest with you, like, this is kind of embarrassing. I was like, oh, dude. I'm like, well, thanks for commenting. It helps, but it is what it is, though. I was like, I don't know. I was like looking at that, and that was like one of my first videos where I really got a lot of like pushback because I didn't know who he was, and I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't really listen to... I listened to like Metallica, Pantera, Slipknot, like Linkin Park. Like those were the bands that I grew up listening to. Like that's like my early days of metal and rock. So like that's what I was familiar with. So I'm like, I was kind of jaded when it came to that. But I'm like,
Steve Vai, dude, like don't worry about it. Steve Vai is like in the guitar world. Unless you're like playing guitar and stuff, then you know who Steve Vai is. But like people always expect you to know everything. A lot of people are surprised that I never really checked out Slipknot too much before my channel. Like, of course I knew who they were. I've heard their music so many times. I just never really liked their music growing up.
Yeah,
same with like Deftones. Even Linkin Park, I never checked out their full albums, even though I like the band. Yeah, I know everyone's really surprised, but I'm always like into the more niche underground bands because I was such a hipster d-bag back in the day. I'm like, if they got millions of plays or whatever on YouTube, I'm like, I'm not interested. That was me.
That's hilarious, dude.
I've totally changed though.
No, I think that's cool, man. I think we probably would have gotten along pretty well, and in high school, because dude, I listened to a lot. I got into like really heavier metal like in high school, and that's when I kind of discovered like, oh man, dude, I want to learn how to scream and like do all these other things. I was in a band actually back in high school. It was terrible. It was just awful, dude. It was called The Lighthouse, and it was like a crappy post-hardcore band. We were trying to be Asking Alexandria, and that didn't turn out too well. I was a screamer, and it wasn't good, man. It wasn't. It's still on YouTube. It's in the very, very hidden back part of YouTube. If you ever
should I react to it?
Oh no!
Make a reaction video.
I mean, if you want to do, I don't know, you could do a reaction to the new song I was in. That one's a lot better. I don't know if you heard it or not, but
so you're making music today?
Well, I did a song. I did it with my friend Micah. It's on my main page. It's called "What Have I Become." Definitely is definitely I Prevail inspired for sure. Like I Prevail 2.0. So no, I was the screaming vocal part on that. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Hit me up. Like, if you want like an honest review.
Dude, honestly, I for some reason I thought for sure, like, oh, maybe he's already, because when Micah was like, dude, he's like, are you friends with like other reaction? Like, oh, I mean, yeah, I'm friends with the few. He's like, dude, you should have him like reach out and react to it. I was like, I mean, I guess, and some people jumped on it. So I mean, yeah, if you want to check it out, I would love an honest opinion. That'd be great. That would actually be really cool. So I wouldn't say no to that, dude. Sure, Micah would like it too. So.
There you go. Yeah, and you're making connections too with this podcast and stuff. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, though, like I love honest opinions. Like I always see like opinions like with anything in life, like whether it's like like a religion, video games, movie, music. Like I'm cool with whatever you enjoy. Like I mean, my opinion will never alter what I think of you as a person. I just wish more people would realize that. Like it's just cool if you do your own thing and people don't support it. It is what it is. But that's just how I see it.
Yeah. All those things you mentioned, I can definitely even talk about too. Whatever.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. I think I was listening to one of your podcasts and you were talking about like movies and stuff, and like, I think you mentioned like if it wasn't for like the music channel, like you would do like a movie channel, right? Is that what you're saying?
I posted that on Twitter today because the Mario poster came out, and dude, I love video games, movies, and those types of things. So I probably would have if I wanted to. I think that'd be cool. But I love doing music. But sometimes I'm like, man, I probably could have done a movie thing because I love movies. Like I could talk about movies forever. So I probably could have. Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like, even, and then once you do like movies or video games, it's just like, oh man, I wish I was doing metal.
I know that's exactly what it would be, because I listen to music more now than I have time to watch movies or play video games. Like I try to make time to play video games, but it's just with life and everything going on, it's so hard to like find time to sit down and actually just play a video game all the way through. Like the new God of War's coming out I'm getting on PS5, and I'm just like, dude, am I gonna have time to play this?
Oh yeah.
Oh dude. Do you have a PS5?
You're gonna make time. Yeah, a PS5. Yeah.
Oh shoot, dude, that's pretty cool. What do you like to play?
You know what? To be honest, it seems like a lame answer, but I'm so preoccupied with YouTube and other things that like when I do have time to play, I'm kind of like burnt out for the day. I need to just chill, and video games require some energy.
It does.
But that being said, I just finished Resident Evil Village on PS5. That game was sick.
Nice. Cool, sick.
But I'll say one of the best games that I played recently was Super Mario Odyssey. Actually, Mario.
And you got a Switch, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I love that, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be straight up with you right now. Okay, I've put like 110 hours into Super Mario Odyssey, and I've put like 185 hours into Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, dude. Like I literally just nonstop. Dude. I'll make time for those, dude, for sure. I love Zelda. That's like my favorite, dude.
Dude, those two are like the best fucking games out there.
Dude,
so go for it. Put more hours into it.
Dude, I know, man. I'm stoked for the Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Dude, I will make time for that, dude. I cannot wait. Yeah. I love it, dude. So, yeah, with work and I like to stay busy on YouTube. I much prefer doing that than playing video games. I'm like I like making content, so I'd rather do that anyway. But
yeah, I find myself that like when I focus on something, I really give it all I can give. Like, back in the day. This is actually my second YouTube channel. So my first one, I did guitar covers back in the day.
I knew you played guitar, but I didn't know that. Didn't know you had a second channel. Or a different channel, yeah.
Oh, it was a long time ago. I think it was like 2009 when I was uploading videos, and I built up like 1,200 subscribers.
Wow.
Well, it was doing niche metal bands like Between the Bear to Me and stuff, and Protest Hero, and this band called Necrophagist. So I was doing like ridiculous covers. But anyway, I got really good at guitar, and then eventually I went to school, and then I really focused on my grades and stuff, put guitar behind me, and then started working, and I really focused on my job and my career. And then, on the side, I started doing a YouTube channel, and then let him behold, I started putting all my effort into the YouTube channel. And that's why I'm like, I don't play video games as much anymore. It's like this channel and this everything. It's like, I feel like I am a workaholic, but like it's a hobby, it's a passion, and like it is crazy to do it full time for sure.
Yeah.
When you were asking that.
Yeah, I was gonna say how long.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say like how long, if you don't mind. I mean, obviously, how long did it take you to like get to that point where you're like, I mean, I was gonna ask you too, like what your like other like your opinions on, I guess, reaction channels. Because I've watched the whole thing with like Finn McKenty and you and like all that, and like when I watched all that, I made a video myself, and I was like, man, it kind of made me feel like, I don't know, not like sad, but kind of like I don't know, because I'm still getting started. I'm still new. So, I was like, kind of hearing that. I was like, oh man, dude. And then you made your video, watched that entire thing. And I was like, I wonder, like, I mean, I assume you watch other reaction channels, I would assume.
Oh yeah, I am friends with like a lot of reaction channels. I try to support the ones that are like, the ones that are genuine about the music and they're passionate about the music. I fully support them. Like Rachel Reacts, I showed her out really early on. There's a new one. Well, I don't know if he's new, but Wavelengths, I really, that guy's editing is amazing. He's very, very underrated. But you were saying you were sad about the Finn McKenty thing?
Well, just because I was feeling like, like when he said like reaction channels were not, they were like trash. And I was like, oh man, I was like, I don't know. It kind of made me feel like I was like, so I was still trying to figure out what I want to do with my channel and those types of things. And I was like, I don't know. It got to me for like a day, and then I was kind of over it. But I don't know.
Really?
It got to me a little, just because I was like, I was still, I think I had a hard time getting a backbone back then as well. Like I was still like really sensitive about what people would say. It felt like he was talking to me personally, and I was like, I don't know. It got to me for like a little bit, just a little bit. But it's water under the bridge now. So.
No, I know that's kind of shitty, eh? Just like what one comment can do from a big a person with a big platform, right? So the thing was like, I like Finn McKenty. I like punk rock MBA, and like people should assume that I like him considering I have unpopular opinions and he does too. Like I feel like in a way I'm like Finn McKenty light. Like, I'm a little bit like it, but the thing is like he posted a deathcore video saying deathcore bands are like having a big revival scene at the moment. I'm like, I'm definitely going to watch this too because I like his content. Yeah. And then he said 99% of reaction channels are trash. And I'm like, okay, that's his opinion. I know it's kind of like a joke a little bit. It's still like I know he doesn't understand the importance of reaction channels yet. So whatever. And then he posted a compilation of reaction videos, and I was in that. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, come on, you're making me look bad. Like you're saying 99% of reaction channels are bad, and then you show a clip of me, and I'm one of the people that's really trying to change the perception of reactions by doing critical reviews and things like that, and really making it about the music discussion and promoting the bands, blah 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 blah. So yeah, and it's funny because when I saw that, I made a little like clip and of him saying like reaction channels are trash, and then that clip right after him going like, whoa, listen to this breakdown, like because he does reactions too. I'm like, this is so fucking hypocritical. So I sent that little clip over to Richard Janvrin, and he laughed. And then so I let it just sit for like 5 days. I'm like, it still irks me that video is now at 100,000 views. Right. And that means that many people are now thinking that my content might be crap just by seeing my face. Whatever.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, this does not sit well with me. So, I wrote out a script. That wasn't me. Usually I just talk off the cuff. That's the point of the channel. Like I want it to just be like, your friend kind of like talking music. Yeah. But that was one of the few times where I literally wrote out a script, and I wrote it out, and I presented my rebuttal towards Finn McKenty, but it wasn't just towards Finn. The thing was, I wanted to make that video towards people who think like Finn and that think reaction channels are crap. I'm like, well, I can see your point, but the thing is, like, there's so many like bands that are getting exposure. Like Spirit Box blew up because of reaction content, and like Sleep Token too. I think like there's so many bands. Like like the reaction kind of stuff is kind of stupid. It's exaggerated, but like it's there's a lot more to it than that. It's not just like cheap crappy content. So I made the rebuttal video. Yeah. And damn, I was nervous to put that out, to be honest. I'm like, I don't want to do YouTube drama. I don't want to get involved, but I was really passionate. And so then after I did that, I noticed Nick Nocturnal made a rebuttal video soon after. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit. His video like totally crushed mine though. I'm like, my video was getting up to like 10,000 views or something, and then it just like stopped. And I'm like, damn it.
You're like, whatever. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever. At least Nick's voice is his opinion too. But then and then I think Orion did something, and same with like FYM. But you did it too, eh? You started jumping on the conversation.
Yeah, I made one, just kind of talk about, and it wasn't anything bad. I just wanted to just voice my opinion as a smaller reactor, kind of how it feels like, kind of like an up and coming type reactor. And yeah, I just did a talk about how, like, like how it's not. I personally don't think it's like, lazy. Like, it's not super hard to do, but again, I like to put edits in there and try to, do some cool things with it. But yeah, I made a video about it, and I just kind of expressed my opinion. I didn't say anything bad about him at all, because I watch him as well, like, all the time. I think his content is great. But yeah, no, I just was feeling it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put something out there and just see what people think. And people have been very, like, yeah, FYM Reacts commented on it. He's like, it was very good, those types of things. So yeah, no, I made a video about it. I was just, I don't know, it kind of just, I don't know, it kind of hit me a little bit. I was like, I don't know, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right content? That's kind of what I was thinking in my head. I was like, should I do the movie content? Because I've always, thought about doing that. But yeah, it hit me a little bit for sure, dude. It really got to me. It really did, for like a day, but then it was over.
Damn. Well, it's funny because, like, I think at the end of the day, all of us collectively got together a little bit and made the community even a little bit tighter.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
I think it started opening up the doors a little bit between Bogdan and I to talk a little bit more. So that happened.
Cool.
And like, yeah, I think a lot of people just like a lot of people really appreciated what I did too, which was really cool. But anyway, that, I think the point is, like, yeah, like, we all collectively got together and got closer together.
Yeah.
Through that shitty comment. And it's funny because I've seen Finn kind of backpedal his opinion a little bit. Like, sure, he might still make the odd joke, but he's making reaction videos now, and I think he's starting to pick up on, like, the value of reaction channels. And so his, like, I do think his perception has changed, and I actually like his reactions now. I think he's getting a little bit more understanding of it.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And I guess, like, speaking of, like, the value of it, I mean, obviously, again, I think you're definitely up there as, like, a very, very, very good reactor. I think a lot of people know your name in the reaction scene. So, like, I mean, I guess coming from you, because you've been doing this for a while now, I mean, like, how come, like, why do you, I mean, obviously we know the reason, but, like, if you want to go into a little more detail, like, why do you think reaction channels are, like, super important? Because, I mean, if you think about it, it really is, like, for me, it's just, I kind of throw on OBS, listen to the music, jam out, have a good time, give my thoughts, but that's it. But, like, so, I mean, like, I guess from a bigger reactor, like, what's the value? Like, what's keeping you going after all these years, I guess?
It's just the love of music, but, like,
sure.
Like, one of the reasons why I started the channel is because I don't have anyone to talk, metal music about. And since metal is such a niche genre, like, like, I can go hang out with my friends and stuff and listen to, like, 90s alternative rock or whatever, and hang out with my mom, listen to some pop. But, like, the thing is, like, there's this online community, and I think we're all striving for this connection through metal music. So because of it, we're reacting, and the thing is, a lot of people really like to get their opinions validated and stuff. But, like, it became more than that. Instead of just, like, reacting to our favorite bands, it became, like, bands releasing new music, and then people promoting that new music. Don't worry about my dog scratching.
Your dog's adorable right now. It's all good, dude. It's all good, man.
But yeah, and, like, the reaction scene has changed. It's about, like, promoting these bands and, like, showcasing the new and upcoming bands. But then also, like, I noticed that people are getting a little bit more critical for sure. When I first started, like, almost 4 years ago now, it wasn't the case. People were not very critical, and that's one of the big reasons why I started the channel. But now people are really getting much more opinionated, getting more critical, and because of that, it's shaping. I do feel like it's shaping the sound of music. So, like, I think breakdowns are so freaking trendy. Sure, they've always been a crucial part of the scene. But even now, I think bands are actually writing music around reaction channels. Like, we are putting out that much influence towards the sound of music and things. And obviously, I'm very critical about, like, the breakdowns of the songs and stuff. I'm not too sure, like, my opinion might be influencing other people, and then I get influenced by other people, but we're all getting a little bit more analytical and critical about the music, and I do feel like it could be shaking up the sound of the music. Like, before this, I remember it just being verse, chorus, bridge, chorus.
Sure.
But now bands are getting much more crazy with their structures all of a sudden, and things like that, and I'm a very vocal about song structures, so, like, I don't know, it's like little things I'm noticing. But anyway, like, the point is, like, the reaction channels are just, like, they're so influential. I knew that there was going to be I saw potential in it a long time ago. So I was watching Truon. You know Truon?
I do.
OG?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course. Yeah.
That guy was the best, man. So when he stopped doing it, I thought, okay, maybe I can be doing this too, just for fun. And I've done a YouTube channel before, so I did it, and I'm so glad I did it when I first started, because dude, it is so competitive right now.
It is, dude.
Oh, it's brutal. Like, at least I built up a following from the time put into this, almost 4 years, right? So
yeah,
but yeah,
wow, man,
yeah, it's tough.
No, it's awesome though. I think that's really cool, and I think it's an inspiration that if you keep going, that you can do this full time. And I think that's really cool that you're able to do all those things, man. I just think that's awesome. I just think that it's just like it's so cool that you're able to give your opinion on all these things, that people actually listen. And again, you're like helping people discover like new music. And like again, like with Relica, like I had no idea who they were, and I was like, dude, really, if it wasn't for you, I probably never would have heard of that band. So it's just cool how like you're spreading the music like that, I guess, with any reactor too. So I just think that's just super sick, dude. Like, again, I've been watching you forever, so I'm just like, dude, it's just hype, dude. Super cool.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of reactors that promote the underground bands, and I have nothing but respect for them. Like, Hardcore Keem is
I love that guy.
I fully respect. He is one of the goats of reaction channels. He does all the underground bands. Yeah. His physical comedy is unmatched. The dude is amazing. There's a lot of channels that, they kind of leverage the big bands, and they, like Laura Shore and stuff, like milk it to death. And I don't know, there's part of me just like, okay, like you're definitely doing it for views and you're getting a lot of subscribers and stuff. But to me, the reactors that I respect the most are the ones that are trying to promote the underground bands as well, and using your channel to help them, because I think it's important to do the big bands and the small bands too. But if you just keep doing the big bands, I'm like, okay, this is just for you. This channel is just for you, and I can kind of see through that a little bit,
for sure.
But all the smaller channels and stuff, like so many people are doing the underground bands, and I think it's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, dude, I love that, dude. I think it's super cool. Yeah, I definitely have learned. I've learned my lesson when it comes to like kind of mixing up like smaller bands, or like even like some like local bands that aren't even signed or anything, like not like local, but like I guess bands that aren't signed, trying to make their name out there. They'll reach out to me saying like, hey dude, we love your energy, we'd love to get a reaction. I'm like, yeah dude, I could try to jump on that. I love doing those because again, it's like, it's just cool. Like they want to hear our opinion. I'm like, it's cool that they even sent me an email, and like they're like, oh, maybe we could try to reach out to this guy, and maybe we'll do a reaction. So I try to do both now. Like I try to like go through like my list of, sometimes I'll get like a request, and sometimes I'll do stuff on my own. But yeah, I like kind of doing a little bit of both. Like for me, like I know Lorna Shore's gonna bring a lot of views. I remember I did To the Hellfire, and that was my first video that ever hit over 1,000. I was like, oh dude, this is so sick. This is so sick, dude. Or I did what's that one song? Baba Yaga by Slaughter Prevail. That was another video. I was like, oh dude, I'm finally feels so good. Hit a video over 1,000. So, but no, I totally get that. I totally understand trying to. And I also did some reactions like in very early on that I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. And I know you and Richard talk about it because I listened to the podcast. I did some reactions to Elite Bata, and I was like, crap, I shouldn't have done that. And I was like, that might have been a little bit of a mistake. Talented guy, but I feel like I was like, crap, I maybe shouldn't have done so many of them. So that was kind of my bad. So I definitely have learned from my mistake and try to, fix things. But
well dude, I can relate too. Like I was doing a lot of bigger bands, and like I was doing Nightwish, Rage Against the Machine and stuff back in the day, and so like it became almost like a nostalgia channel. I was checking out old bands as well, so I built up a big subscriber count and a big viewer rate. But then it kind of went back to its original foundation of just, checking out the bands that I love, the core scene, the prog scene, or whatever. Yeah. So my subscriber rate has definitely like not gone up as fast, but yeah. So I've kind of learned my lesson too. Just like it definitely like it looks cool. Like, oh well, look at all these subscribers. But then you realize like they're not even actually watching your videos because they just want more Ali Bata.
Yeah, I'm like, gosh dang it, I know. So I had to like figure things out. Again, talented guy, but I was like, okay, I gotta mix things up here. I've been doing this one band, they reach out to me pretty often, called A Bitter End. They're pretty small, but I don't know if you heard of them or not, but that's a smaller band that I really hope blows up one day. They're kind of like a mix between metalcore and like, they have some softer stuff too, but they're just a really good up-and-coming band, really good friends with those guys. So I love doing bands like that. And again, I love doing the big bands too. So I do try to find a balance, try to, give my opinion on all types of music. And so I think it's important. And I think it's cool that, that you're willing to be honest and like, you know what, I've made some mistakes too. Cause I'm like, dude, I think you're like the perfect reactor. I mean, seriously, dude, I think
my ego is through the roof, dude.
you probably hate me saying that, but I'm like, dude, I'm just like, yeah.
No, man, I'm not by any means. My channel is like grown so much. I don't even know if like the viewers can see it as much as I can see it, but I can't even watch reaction channels that I did like a year ago.
Yeah.
Like even the way that I present myself in camera has changed from like a year ago. Like I keep getting better and better at it. I've made 1,100 videos and I feel like I'm still not there completely. Like I'm kind of a perfectionist a little bit, but also I realized my perfectionist is being a little bit sloppy.
I feel it. There you go. Yeah.
What I mean by that, I'm leaving like mistakes in my videos. Before I used to cut out the ums and the and make it a little bit more. But now I just kind of do like one take, just go with the flow, and like who gives a shit if I like. Yeah, and I think that authenticity even translates even more like in my videos. But yeah,
that's awesome, dude. I the only time I redo a part is like I'm doing like the intro. I never, that's the only time I ever like retake them. I'm like, oh, I stutter too much, or I'm saying the same thing over and over. But other than that, I kind of just let it go and just, hopefully people like it. So, I try to be as genuine as I can. Like, I try to like, if I'm having fun, I'm going to have fun. Like there's been a few comments where like, dude, your reaction's so fake. And I'm like, I promise you it's not. I get excited when I listen to like metal music. It's actually a Wage War song. I was on my High Horse video. I deleted it because I was really butthurt about it. Because I was going hard on it and everyone's like, dude, this is so fake. I was like, dude, I promise you it's not fake. I had a little bit of an argument, so I just deleted the comment. I was like, I didn't have a backbone, as I was saying.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like that happened with me with Silent Planet's new song. Someone
dude,
just
it's
like,
so
look
good.
At this genuine, and I'm like, this song's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Shut up, dude. Let me enjoy the damn song. The thing is, like, I understand why people think there's overreactions. Like, God, do you think I listen to music like that by myself and go like, whoa, holy, like, no, God, no. But I've said it before, like where I feel like the way that I react to music on camera is the way that I am live. Like I feel it's the way now, since there's followers watching me, that I know people are watching me. I know that there's like an audience, so it's like the way that I am live, where I will like, I'll headbang, I'll go like woo and shit. Like that's stuff that I do at a live show. But yeah, like if you're overreacting, having a good time with the music, who cares, man?
Yeah,
who cares? Have fun with it. Speaking of intros, though, I just do want to say that, dude, I do a lot of takes in my intros sometimes. Do you? Sometimes my intros are so like wild and stupid. I'm like, do I keep that in or do I scrap it?
Yeah. That's hilarious. Dude. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, that was bad. I gotta do this again. I do it all the time.
I'm like, is this cringy or something? But then like sometimes I like put out the weirdest intros and people love them. I'm like, okay,
dude.
Then so
no, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm just getting weirder with my intros.
No, I love it, dude. Dude, I loved your which one? It was your I Prevail body bag video. Like, dude, Homeboy's getting into it. I was like, yeah, man, this is sick. I love that song, and I loved your reaction to it too. I was like, dude, no, I love your ooh, and I was like, I just feel like I'm like my day. Sometimes I'll wake up and you have a video up, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna start the day off with METALBIRB. So you're right there when I wake up, dude. Not to sound a little weird, but you're right there. I'm like, there's the man.
I'm right there when you wake up, man.
That's perfect. I'm like, there he is.
While you're still in bed.
Absolutely. I'm like, oh, what a good way to start the day, dude. I get up pretty early. I was going on like walks and stuff. And so as I'm like getting ready before I go on my walk, I'll just put on a reaction or whatever video you have. And I'll usually watch it. So I'm telling you, man, I'm serious. I watch all your stuff. Not to sound creepy, but I really do. I watch everything.
No, I'm flattered. I am beyond flattered. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And and I can tell because you mentioned I Prevail body bag, and that's a video that I like. Sometimes people tell me like, I like your reaction. Like my dad sometimes watches my videos, like, oh, I saw your latest video for this song. I'm like, no, that video was kind of You wouldn't even like the song. Like it was all right. And then and then the I Prevail body bag video, I'm like, okay, that was a good one. Yeah, I like that video.
That was a really good. What do your parents think of you doing this full time? Like, I assume they're probably pretty supportive of what you do. I'd assume.
Oh, dude, I have such amazing parents. I'm so grateful for them.
I love to hear that, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So like they've always been super supportive of me. Before this I had like a job at McDonald's, and knowing my dad, he's just like supports anything I do. That's awesome. But the thing is, if I was listening to my dad, I would still be working at McDonald's right now. He was like, that was a great job. That was a good job. You were like working with your friends. I'm like, Dad, I need to do more. I need to make more money.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, when I did the YouTube channel, they all thought it was interesting. They didn't really fully understand it, and I don't blame them. It seems a little bit weird. But yeah, and then they were just kind of, they thought it was cool and stuff, and then they saw the subscribers go up, and I continued to talk about it more and more. But the thing was, I was doing digital marketing, as you said, and then during COVID, and then as things are opening up again, they wanted me to come back into the office, and I'm like, oh shit, if I come back into the office, that's going to hurt my YouTube channel, because at the time I was putting more hours into YouTube than my actual job,
right?
And so and at the time I was making more money on YouTube than I was at my actual job.
Oh really?
Dude, dude, if I could keep that stay-at-home job from my old like digital marketing job and then YouTube, I'd be having a good living, but I would have no life. I would have no fucking life.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So it was during COVID, so nothing was really like opening up at the time. But anyway, the point is, I had to pull the plug on my real job. Yeah, pretty much. yeah. I don't even consider YouTube real job. But yeah, so I had to pull the plug on that. And my parents, the point is, my parents were going like, "Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. Are you sure about this?" I'm like, I can't move up in the company that I'm working at. I'm plateauing. My creativity is even plateauing. I'm bored there. I'm so bored there with YouTube. The ceiling is so high. There's so many things you can do with it. And then so I went full time, and like they're blown away, to be honest. Like I don't know. They find it so crazy that I'm doing this, and it's cool to just talk to my dad about metal music and what I'm doing. He's like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you, even though I hate the music."
That sounds like my parents. Yeah, they're like, dude, they're like, "It's so cool that you're doing what you love, but son, we hate this music. We absolutely can't stand it." I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. That's fine. I understand. Yeah. No, that's cool, man. I know you worked at McDonald's. That's pretty. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I love. Though, kind of like bring it on the, on the podcast. Yeah, I had no idea that you worked at McDonald's, man.
5 years, dude. It was a great job. I loved it. Like, seriously, I think that is one of the best jobs, or if not the best job I've ever had. Because literally, I would just be working with my friends. And I never took the job too seriously, even though, like, it's funny because I was talking about giving 100% at everything. Yeah. I was giving 100% at McDonald's. I was great at that job. I was at the front counter. I was doing drive-through at the same time. I was helping out in kitchen. I was like a one-man show. I'm running around, making sure everyone's orders right, but also like being friendly with customers, and also I'm working with my friends. Like, I like the job, man. But
that's actually pretty. I'm just imagining hearing your voice over like the intercom at McDonald's. Ooh, welcome to McDonald's. Can I get you a big? Dude, I just want. Also, I got
dude. McDoubles. That's everything. All right, let's fucking do it. Roll up to window one.
Yeah, dude. I mean, no one even better, dude. The cherry on top of the sundae, dude. Your name tag just says METALBIRB. I'm like, dude, that would be just fantastic, dude. It's perfect.
It's my real name, right?
Yeah, of course.
People come up to me at shows and stuff and just like, "Hey, METALBIRB, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, how's it going, man?" He's like, "Oh, my name's Ryan." Like, it's that dude that I talked to on Instagram. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. My name's actually METALBIRB."
Yeah. Like, speaking of that, I've seen the video where you say you reveal your real name and then it shows it's like METALBIRB on your driver's license or whatever. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I thought it was hilarious. No, I think it's awesome, dude. That's just your name. I love it, dude. I think it's just fantastic. That's so cool. I don't know, McDonald's. I'm just imagining. So did you like do so you did everything there? Like you cooked, you did drive-through up front. So you did everything at McDonald's.
Yeah. I did McDonald's. I worked at this restaurant called Boston Pizza. I think it's only in Canada though. Funny enough, even though it's called Boston Pizza. But I don't know. I've worked and what did I do after that? I sold life insurance for a while. I was a salesman.
Really?
Hated that job. Jesus. I'm not a good salesperson, dude. Because as you can tell, I'm a little bit too genuine with my opinions. So when I couldn't sell the product if I didn't believe it, man.
Right, exactly. Oh, dude, man, you should. I can't imagine you selling life. I'm just imagining your personality from YouTube trying to sell life insurance. I can't.
I was going door to door.
Oh, you were to door to door. I thought it was like a phone call thing. Okay, I was going door to door. Okay.
you have to find clients, right? And I was doing a lot of cold approaches. So me and my buddy working there, we went door to door. Can you just imagine me going like, "Whoa, what's up?"
Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up. If you came to my door and did that, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna listen to this guy. What's going on, dude? Tell me what's going on, dude. Yeah.
And I didn't do that, and that's why I sucked at the job, man.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude. That's super funny. Dang, dude, that's very interesting. Again, I love getting this kind of information on. I don't know if you talked about working at McDonald's stuff before, but it's cool for me to hear that because I just asked you questions about it. I mean, that's super sick, dude. That's super cool. I'm glad you put the work into it, dude, because most people just they don't really those kind of jobs. I don't you don't take it very seriously. So it's cool that you put like 100% into working hard, whatever you do, and I think that shows in your channel still. Yeah.
Thank you, man. I won't say I took it seriously, though.
Okay.
I did work hard when I was busy, but there were some people that were like way too serious about the job. Those people were losers.
You're like, dude, come on. Like, look where we're at, dude. Yeah, look where we're at, dude. Seriously. I mean, that's what's up, dude. Cool, man. That's awesome. So I actually do, I have, as I said, I was messaging you, I have like a multitude of questions for you here. So I'm excited if you don't mind talking about it. I would love to hear like your process of like editing a video, because I mean, I would love to know like what camera you're using, like what obviously I know you probably use OBS, but like what do you use for editing, because not only do I want to learn about it, because I hope to make some upgrades someday as well. I'm trying to save up for some more stuff. I'm be moving next year, so I'm hopefully can get all this up before I leave. And so I was wondering like if you could tell us kind of just about your your editing process and like how you make all your thumbnails, because you're always on fire and I love them. Like it looks so it always looks so sick.
Always on fire.
Yeah, I love that. I'm like I just want to know like how long does it take to do all that for you? Do you do the thumbnail like obviously on the same day, and you like I guess what's your process of like doing everything, if you don't mind explaining that?
Yeah, man, I like this question.
Cool,
so,
sure.
My process has changed a lot, like since its beginning.
Yeah.
The way I recorded was just through my, I invested in a camera. I'm like, dude, I'm not sure if I can present myself well in front of camera, so I made sure my production value was good.
Yeah.
So I bought a nice camera. It was like a Canon 80D. It's like a $1,400 camera.
No. Okay.
So yeah, I invested, man.
Yeah,
I invested.
Yeah, you're like, gotta go.
Yeah,
for it.
so I'm like, I gotta give it all I can give, So
Yeah,
I did that, and then I didn't even use OBS. I would actually sync up the music video with the audio, so I would be able to hear the music, and I would just clip it together. And that there was times where like I'd be offbeat, like headbang and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, your headbang's offbeat." I'm like, "Yeah, there's could be editing mistakes, whatever."
Yeah.
So yeah, but now I will say to give I guess whatever tips I have a different camera now. So because I realize when it comes to reaction content, quality doesn't matter too much. It's unfortunate for perfectionists like me and stuff, but now I just have a Sony camera, and it's hooked up to Streamlabs OBS.
Okay.
And so and I just like record myself. I got this camera just so I can live stream, because my old camera couldn't live stream, and I really wanted to get improve my Twitch quality.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just have like an arm stand that's attached to the chair. I got two lights.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just use Streamlabs OBS. I record, but I also record on Reaper, my audio, because I like to do some post editing to my audio to make it sound a little bit more clear on Premiere Pro. So yeah, I use Premiere Pro, and then my editing process. Well, dude, I've made so many videos that it's all super streamlined. I use an old project file I have from Adobe, and all the assets are already there. So then I just put my new video up there, do my edits, and then I drag the things I need over onto my new file.
Okay.
Like my social media handles or whatever, the sound effects, whatever, the review pros and cons things I do. Yeah, and then there's some times where there might be a slip up where I might use like an old album or album art from a different band or something. Oh shit. Yeah. So mistakes like that happen. Yeah. But and then so it used to take me 3 hours to make video from filming and editing, and album reactions would take me 8 hours. Like I really put a lot of dude, I was really being a perfectionist about it. But now I realize, okay, I gotta really focus on time a little bit better. So time management. So that's when I invested in the new camera and started using Streamlabs OBS. Now it takes me an hour and a half to film and edit a video. And the YouTube thumbnails, I have a template already. Like I have the template, so I just take out my stupid reaction face. I put my new reaction face on there, and then I switch out the background and stuff. So that's kind of like the YouTube thumbnails only take me like half an hour max, really.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I'm doing new content, which I'm trying to do, I do like the odd different video here and there.
Yeah.
Those videos can take a lot longer. So those videos could take 8 hours to edit, and then I need to come up with a new YouTube thumbnail that looks a little bit more different. So that could take me an hour.
Okay.
But reaction videos, they're so streamlined for me. It's like an hour and a half and then a half hour on thumbnail.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's actually not bad. I mean, I figured, it doesn't take super long. So I guess another question to go along with that here is, and I guess this will help a lot of, because what's really cool is that there's a lot of like, I'm still a smaller channel, but I've had some other people kind of reach out to me. Cause I like leaving comments on videos and kind of, tell them like good job and stuff. And I've had a few people reach out, and I had one guy reach out and he's like, hey, I don't know if you can help me with this. And I was like, yeah, sure. What can I help you with? And he's like, I put in this, I did this whole reaction, and like YouTube just completely blocked it. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. It depends on the band. But like, so, I mean, like, do you, since I know that you do this kind of full time, if you don't mind sharing, like, do you usually work with the label and then they kind of, you're able to just, do you only do videos where you can like get it whitelisted, or do you like only, no? Okay.
So I do videos just based off what I want to do and what will also help the channel at the same time. I ride a fine line between doing the videos I want to do and also helping out the channel. But like, there's labels that I work with: Epitaph, Century Media, Rise, or I did with Rise Records back in the day, Sharp Tone and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll email them to remove the whitelist. But the thing is, like, the problem with labels working with reactors now is taking away the authenticity.
Sure.
So that's a big issue that I'm having with the reaction scene at the moment. Like, I'm glad that labels are seeing, the way that reaction channels are helping the bands.
Yeah.
But now I feel like it's getting more corporate and losing the genuine, authentic factor to the reactions. But the point is, so like, I work with Epitaph, and Thrice, my favorite band, is on Epitaph.
Sure.
So I asked them, and like, hey, I want to do a video for Thrice. I'm probably going to like it. Can you remove the white copyright if I did it? And they're like, yeah, go for it. And then they removed the copyright. Sick. Parkway Drive is also on Epitaph. So if a God Can Bleed, I didn't bother to hit them up to say, hey, can you remove the copyright so I could shit on the song? No, like, But even if I still have issues with the song, like, who was it? I forget who, but they asked me to check out a band. I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. And then like, here, can you remove the copyright? Thank you. And like, if they actually watch the review, I'm like, I had a few cons with it actually. Yeah. But at least I'm still promoting the band as best as I can. But I'll still give out my honest thoughts. But the point is like, the copyright stuff. If there's a copyright block and you don't have any connections with the label, I just place an image on top of the video.
Okay.
In editing, that because sometimes the copyright only recognizes the visuals, the video. It will do a block on that, and the audio will be fine. There's rare occasions where you'll get an audio copyright block. Those are like impossible to remove.
I was actually I was actually going to ask you, because I tried to do it with Slipknot, and I covered it, I faded it out, I did everything, and I did it on Vimeo for my Patreon, but I try to upload. I usually on my, I don't want to cut you off, sorry, but I usually do I do like a poll. I let my patrons vote like what song they want me to upload, then I'll upload it. So I try to do Slipknot to Patreon, and even the audio got blocked. I couldn't even get it through. I covered it and everything. So I was like, I don't know how to get past stuff like that. So I was like, I guess it's not going to be uploaded. Same with Thornhill. I couldn't get that through either. It was so weird. I was like, what happened? I was like, UMFD is usually pretty sick about this, because I did Era and I've done like Hollow Front, and like I'm cool with Hollow Front, but I was like, what's happening? Like, why can't these go through? It was so weird. The
Thornhill ones were a pain in the ass, dude.
I know. I was like, what the heck?
So those ones you kind of just have to scrap a little bit. If other reactors are listening to this podcast, here's a tip that I've been doing since the beginning. I download the music videos, and then if you're worried about copyright, you upload it to your channel to see if there's going to be a block or not.
That's what I do.
I've been doing that. So you do that. There's going to be times though where like it's totally fine. You just get a copyright claim, whatever, and then you make a video for it, and then a block shows up. You're like, what the hell?
Dude, that happens a lot. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I was like, what are we doing? Sucks, dude. It's annoying. Like I did that with Landmarks. I did it with their song Suffocate. It got blocked. They unblocked it. Then they blocked it again, and now it's unblocked. I was like, I was like, what's going on? I was like, I just don't, because a lot of people they'll ask me like, what label should I do it with? And I'm like, well, I mean, most of them are usually pretty cool. But yeah, I was just wondering how you did it, because I was like, sometimes I just can't get the song through. So I don't know. Slipknot was a bummer, because like I actually enjoyed the album. Most people hated it, but I thought it was all right. So I want people to hear, just like my opinions on one song. But sounds like I might just have to get that scrapped, which is okay, I guess. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not a bad album. I agree. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be.
I know. That's what I was saying. You guys are like rude. Like, this album's not that bad. It's okay. It's not great, but it's all right. So
yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. Yeah. But I guess to further add to that, just like labels. I'm working with labels a little bit more. I'm also trying to create more original content, because copyright's so annoying. Yeah, and I like doing it. Like before, I never cared about the monetization. First year of my channel, I didn't make a dime. And I'm like, right. And then also, I don't care about copyright claims. Like, give that money to the label or publisher. Who cares? I'm just want to get my content out there and build up some follower base. Yeah. But yeah, now it's getting to a point where like now I'm trying to leverage the monetization from the videos and actually work with the labels and also create cool content around the songs instead of just doing a reaction kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Yeah, because I've seen some of your I've seen like some of your guitar covers and stuff. I know you did some on your METALBIRB on your channel, and yeah, you do a lot of cool stuff. Like I loved like your end of the month, like top songs of September and stuff. Like that stuff's like really cool, and so it's cool that you're doing stuff like that to kind of give more to the channel. I think that's really awesome, dude. I think it's super cool.
Thanks, man. Those videos take like 5 to 6 hours to edit, actually, and film and edit, I'd say. Maybe 5.
Jeez, dude. I mean, yeah. I mean, because you're putting so much in there. I mean, I know you take stuff from Twitch, you take stuff from your YouTube. Like, man, dude, that takes a long time. You said your album reactions take like 8 hours. I mean, do you like edit, like, because you have good editing skills. Like, do you put that into your full album reactions on Patreon as well? Like, I assume? If
I'm feeling an album, if there's like cuts that are like, I could do a cool zoom cut, yeah. But like, the thing is, my album reactions did take 8 hours, but my new process is so much more streamlined. Okay. So an album reaction can take, same thing, like, I would say probably like 2 to 3 hours, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad. So that's awesome, dude. Dude, I honestly have been learning so much on this podcast, dude, because I'm just like, it gives me like more, like insight on how I can make my channel better. And I think that's really cool. And one thing we'll definitely jump into this here. As I was saying before, dude, like I have been watching your channel for a while, and what was really cool, obviously we see you as METALBIRB, the reactor. Like, you're so like energetic, you're super funny, like you do such a good job at these videos. And there was one video a while back, and I actually went back and rewatched it to make sure I was getting everything correct here. It was and I actually didn't listen to the band that much. It was about Trevor from Black Dahlia Murder, I believe. You made a really, really good mental health video that actually broke my heart in some parts. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I was like, dang, dude, homeboy's opening it up. He's opening up the heartstrings a little bit, dude. What made you want to make that video, dude? Like, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no worries. I'm totally comfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to talk about mental health for a long time, and it's so transparent in the scene, in the metalcore scene. A lot of bands are talking about depression and anxiety, their issues and relationships, blah, 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 blah. And so, mental health just goes hand in hand with metalcore. And I don't say that as a good thing, but like it is what it is. And then on Discord, so I was kind of newish to Discord. I created my server, and then within the first week, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to create a channel called Mental Health. And mind you, I never looked at other servers. I'm so new to this. I'm like a newbie. Yeah. I'm like, but I want a channel where people can literally just vent and talk about their days and if they're having issues, here's a safe space for you guys to just, hash things out. Dan, that channel got used so fast. People opened up like crazy, and I'm like, oh my god! And just like the issues that people are having on the Discord, and just but also seeing people help each other was it's such a humbling experience. I'm like, holy shit, this is is insane that this is happening in the server. But then it made me realize that talking about mental health is important. And I've gone through some things behind the scenes too, where I've definitely changed since the beginning of my channel, and like I'm trying to grow as a person. Like personal growth is something that I'm a big advocate for.
Sure.
I'm always trying to become the best version that I am. And because of that, like I think people need honest conversation about mental health, and like the YouTube thing is not all like puppy toes and rainbows.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But so when Trevor Strnad passed away from Black Dahlia Murder, I'm like, holy shit! Like I wasn't a huge Black Dahlia Murder fan. I'm starting to get into them more now because of the reaction channel. But like, this is a celebrity. Like this, I saw the dude's posts all the time. I would open up Twitter and there's a Trevor Strnad post.
Yeah.
He was very, very like frequent with his social media, and for him to just pass away from like suicide was just like, it was a shock to everyone. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is a good time to talk about mental health, because like I don't want, also people are probably going to be like, people who are depressed, feeling sad and like low in their life, they're going to hear the Trevor Strnad thing, and I feel like that's probably going to bring them down even more.
Yeah.
And so I thought like, this is going to be a good opportunity to talk about mental health. At the same time, it seems like I was leveraging his death for content, but I just also felt like it was such an opportune moment to really talk about the importance of mental health, and use Trevor Strnad as like a way of talking about it and opening up the conversation. So when I did, I did a live too. That was another thing. Like that wasn't scripted. That was me just going off the cuff. But I did have bullet points about like the tips that I go through with mental health. And, I was sharing my personal struggle, and I was trying, because I relate to a lot of people in the Discord, but also I'm like 32 now. I've gone through some significant changes in my life.
Sure.
The way that I was when I was young, I was a super young, insecure, chubby kid, and I was super jealous, and so many bad qualities, man. So I really had to like find myself and grow as an individual. And, so I kind of relayed that with my own personal experiences through that video. But then also I gave some important tips to improve your mental health. The tips are kind of like a little bit cliche. I know it's like work out and eat well and stuff, but like the cliche things, you hear it all the time because it's the most important things to do to really healthy bodies, a healthy mind. So I was saying things like that, and like this, if there's toxic people in your life, which I know in the Discord, they're always talking about like, oh man, these friends, they're not friends to me. I'm like, okay, don't stop being friends with them. Like, I don't know. And I also feel like depression is like a little bit glorified. Could be a controversial take, but I mean, you go on Twitter and people are making memes around depression, and just like, or even when they talk about a song, like this breakdown hits me harder than my like depression or whatever, people joke about it. And I'm just like, you know what? Like everyone is talking about how depressed they are and how sad they are. And I think there really needs to be more voices on how to fix that and how to improve it. Unless you have clinical depression, I do feel like depression is just temporary. Unless, again, if you're clinically depressed, that's different. But I think, I don't know, that video, I really wanted people to really like, I don't know, if there's something wrong with your life at the moment, there's got to be certain changes. You got to do something. And this is, I've gone through some changes too, and I hope that my story can relay back to some of the people listening too. And that video fucking did. Holy crap. I was so nervous to put that video out there, man.
Oh, I bet.
I'm like, I was like looking at the publish button. I'm like, do I publish it? I'm like, I did. People love the video, which was amazing. It was really heartwarming to see that. But even then, you know what? A month has gone by and the video's still up there. I'm like, oh man, I feel like I let too much of myself out there, and like I actually wanted to delete the video. Really? But I'm like, oh, that looks so bad if I delete the video. I'm like, but yeah, so wow, no, thank you for bringing that video up. Like people have said it's like, it's funny, you brought two videos, Finn McKenty and that video, and those are two of the toughest videos I've made, because for the Finn McKenty one, I didn't want to stir the pot. Sure. For the mental health one, I didn't want to be that vulnerable. And but those two videos ended up being some of my most liked videos according to people's comments that I've been seeing and stuff. So it's really cool.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, and I'm glad that you're bringing it up. Why is you were talking about mental health before, right? That it's like it's very important to you.
Oh, dude, my whole channel is like, I try my best to bring it in. like I use music as like as a jumping off point to like share with people kind of things that I've personally been through, and I've been at the doctor multitude of times for like switching medication, or like I felt like I was super suicidal, so I went to like urgent care, and I was like, I need to take something or do something, because like I feel like I can't handle this, and so I always have tried to, ever since I like got pretty much I have major anxiety and like severe depression. I take lots of medication for it, and I've always tried to be super open with it, you know, try to like help people like if they are struggling, because like, you know, we sometimes we wonder like, you know, why we're here, or like, you know, I didn't ask to be here, or those types of things. And there was a point in my life where I thought that as well, where I was like, I don't know why I'm here, man. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on, you know, and I would turn to things that I shouldn't, man. Like, I struggled. I mean, I still on and off do. I struggling with like, dude, like pornography was like my biggest. It was the worst, dude. Like that made me even more depressed. And
Dude.
oh, it sucks. Like, and I mean that, and like, and I know that so many people don't talk about that because like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But dude, that totally ruined my life. Like I seriously started watching when I was like 12, and like I just turned 29, and I'm now trying to, you know, kick it out, and it's seriously like the hardest thing in the entire world. But that was one of the things that was making me super depressed, and like,
Dude,
it sucks. It's hard, dude.
don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say big fucking respect for you for actually talking about it openly. That is one of the hardest things to talk about. Like in the Discord, that's one of the things that people were talking about was porn addiction, and I truly believe pornography addiction, or just pornography, is like this generation's cigarettes, where like, you know, in the 50s and 60s it was like everyone was doing it, but then give it like 30 years from now, we got new studies, new information that holy crap, cigarettes were actually like giving us lung cancer, it's making our skin look bad, our nails, our teeth look bad. Or pornography, it's an epidemic. Like it's like affecting people's relationships. It's also lowering men's testosterone and stuff and everything. There's just so much side effects to it, just pure dopamine effect all the time, and it's also objectifying women subconsciously too.
Dude,
so
it's hard.
Yeah,
it's tough, dude. No, go ahead. I want to cut you off. Sorry. No, go ahead, please. Yeah.
No, I just think that's a huge amount of respect for
Thanks, man.
talking about it. Like, people have opened up too, and in the Discord. And the thing is, I don't know how to like converse about that as well, because I don't know the tips. I'm like, maybe porn blockers on your phone or something might help, or maybe going to seek therapy. But yeah, addiction is something that I can't really talk about too much. So that's something I kind of didn't talk about in my mental health video. But I will open up that alcoholism is something that is apparent in, you know, my family as well. You know, so my dad's in AA and stuff, and I have huge amount of respect for him.
Absolutely.
And and I didn't have my first drink till I was like 19 or something, and 20. And then but ever since, I'm still like really careful about it. It's funny because like I used to drink beer all the time on the channel, and I was always wondering what does my dad think about this. But it's funny because like I'm also such a health nut too, that I'm also like very careful about what I drink, but I noticed that I was getting like a beer belly, so I'm like, okay, I got to cut back on these videos. So so like now I'm just drinking coffee all the time and stuff. Like even right now I'm drinking like a decaf coffee. That's a different kind of addiction, I guess. But
no, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, but no, props to your dad, dude. My dad's a drug and alcohol counselor, and I definitely am. I need to get more motive. So like I can tell you off camera here, but long story short, I plan on moving next year, and then I'm going to finish up school so I can study to become a therapist, because I really want to help people. That's something that I finally figured out what I wanted to do. Like I just want to help people, because actually, to be honest, for a while I wanted to be in a band. Like I've been screaming forever, and so I was like, maybe I can actually do something with this. But I don't know. The older I've gotten, the more I'm like, you know, I'm just tired all the time. I don't know if I can keep up with the touring band and stuff like that. So I actually had aspirations to be a vocalist, like to try out for some bands and give it a shot. But I'm just like, I'd rather just make music for fun and do YouTube. So I needed to figure out what I wanted to do, and I think for me, I think being a therapist would be not only be very fulfilling, but I think a lot of people need it. And I love talking to people about mental health and learning their story. And I love listening. And I try not to judge people. And so I feel like it's kind of my life calling. So once I get all moved and things figured out, finish up school and get that all taken care of. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter of my life, dude. Super excited for it.
That's amazing, man. Go for it.
Like, yeah.
Your story kind of sounds like Garrett Russell. You're Garrett Russell over here.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. But he's in a pretty successful band. So it's it's pretty.
Who
cool.
knows?
But, yeah,
who knows?
You never know. I'm cool with like featuring on songs. Like I am planning on doing a few more songs while I'm here with my friend Micah. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, man, again, there were so many parts in your video that you were so, as you were saying, you were so honest, dude. Like you were talking about how you wanted to quit your YouTube channel. I mean, that's like, that's essentially like that's like your job. And then when we don't have to talk about it in depth, but one that actually really spoke to me, because obviously when you said you were 16, you were, that you had two older brothers and you didn't really care what happened to you. I don't want to go too much into that here. I know it could be pretty sensitive. I don't want to.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't want to bring that back because I know that can be, hard. But I give props to you for being so open about that. I mean, were you worried about obviously doing YouTube full time? And by the way, it's side note, I love your Manscaped thing. I think those are always a lot of fun to watch. Like that's super cool to hit you up, dude. But yeah, that's super cool.
Well, the 16-year-old thing, it's okay, man. We can talk about it. Like I'm such a completely different person that talking about that doesn't bring up like any trauma or anything.
Okay, good. Good. I just don't want to hurt your feelings or anything. Yeah.
No worries. Yeah. So yeah, like I was mentioning that, like, yeah, that was the lowest point in my life where I actually thought about killing myself. Yeah. But when I did, I also thought, maybe, am I doing this for attention?
Sure.
Am I attention seeking? So like that's, I was a 16-year-old teenager, right?
Yeah.
But I was so insecure, and like, to get into it a little bit more, like my best friend, there was this girl that I had like a massive crush on, and my best friend would like, I would always tell him all the information about her, and like, oh man, she has a boyfriend. Oh, I can't, like, but I still really like her. And then like a year went by, and then she broke up with her boyfriend, and then my best friend started like, dating her.
Gotcha.
So then me and all my insecurities and stuff, and like no one likes me and all this stuff, and like I was just so low. I was I was like physically out of shape. My skincare wasn't good. Like everything was just like, it's a teenager. I'm a teenager. But like I remember just thinking like, I don't know, I was so insecure that I'm like, what's the point? Like, if no one likes me, then what's the point of kind of living?
I feel
But then I don't know what inspired me to do this, but I got a boxing bag actually.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I put it in my room, and I ended up just beating the shit out of it, and I lost like 10 pounds and stuff.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and then later on in life, I lost more weight. I lost like 40 pounds, and then
Fantastic.
I'm like, people were looking at me a lot different. I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling confident now, and like, I think that was when I was like 19 or no, I don't know, 18. I think when I lost like around 50 pounds.
Fantastic.
But yeah, so the point was like I knew that there was problems within my confidence, within who I was as a person, that I had to make certain changes. And it's funny because like I didn't even know what sparked those changes when I was young. I don't know what sparked me to get a boxing bag other than just getting it. But now today, I follow like a lot of fitness people. I follow a lot of personal growth people. My YouTube videos, people are surprised. Like I don't listen to metal music all the time. Everyone's just like, oh, like how come like METALBIRB's Last FM isn't just like through the roof with a whole bunch of crazy stats? I'm like, dude, I actually listen to a lot of podcasts. I actually listen to a lot of YouTube videos and stuff. I'm like, I'm always trying to learn. I'm listening to Audible books too. Like
nice.
I don't think so I'm really like I was saying, I'm a big fan of personal growth. So like back then there wasn't as many resources online, of course, so I don't know how I figured it out back then. But today, what I was trying to say in my mental health video as well was like, there's so much information out there. Find someone that you can relate to, find the information, and don't just listen to it. Try to put it into action too, if you can. Like,
I like that. I like that a lot. Well, I don't want to. Again, I feel like I keep cutting you off here. I'm sorry, dude.
Don't worry about it. I keep talking. I keep talking too much.
No, I love it, dude. Because for number one, I gotta say, dude, like, I feel like we've been friends forever because I'm like, dude, you are so easy to talk to. Like, I feel like, honestly, dude, you're such a homie. Like, it's so sick. But no, I like what you were saying though. Like, 'cause I tell people this all the time, where it's like what you're talking about earlier. Like, those simple things really do make a difference, because I truly believe, like, in some aspects, life can be pretty simple. In some, obviously, life can be hard and stressful. But when it comes to like mental health, like, I am in a better place. I still struggle. I still take my medication for it, but I feel like I've been just trying to do those little things. Like, I always tell people, like, because people always want to take like a big jump. Like, I always tell people, like, well, if you're gonna run like a marathon, dude, if you go like for more than like a mile and you push yourself super hard, you're gonna be done. So it's like, like, I just started doing more. Like, I just took the step and I just went walking for like 30 minutes a day. I would make a playlist of music I would never skip. Just put it on, and I would come back, and I was like, man, that was fantastic. Or like, yeah, just trying to eat better, or trying to read. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying new things, and it's like, and what you were saying about the boxing back here as well, I think personally, there was something that sparked inside you saying, like, I don't want to die, but there's some, because you still had you still wanted to be alive. You just didn't know what you had to do, but then something like just changing it, because your body was like, dude, you still need to be here. That's what I personally believe. You need to be here for that, and you got that, and then I think that kind of probably started your fitness journey. And look at you now, dude, deadlifting like 1,000,000 pounds, dude. I see your Instagram and Twitter posts, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, of course. But no, I think it's awesome. You put those simple things into action. I think, honestly, you'll see the simple things make a huge difference. I always tell people that, especially in my videos, like, just do the little things and you'll feel better. I promise.
Well, man, I'm glad that you talked about the walking thing. I think that is,
I love walking. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so important. Like, the thing is, like, my dog is so much work. I love the dog. I love my dog to death. But one of the things I'm kind of realizing is that, I'm forced to take him out for walks all the time, and those walks are actually kind of therapeutic. Do you know Andrew Huberman? He's a podcaster.
I've never heard of the name. No, is he? What kind of podcasts does he do?
He's very science based, but he's basically he talks about depression. He talks about many other things. He's very, very informative. But one of the things he's very advocate for, and it's based off science, is that you need to get natural light into your system within like the first 10 minutes of you waking up. Mm-hmm. Go outside, just go for a little walk. That will change your what's it called? I forget the word, but the rhythm inside your body to it's going to totally shape the way that your day is. So if you're staying in bed all day, hitting the snooze button, going on your phone, that's actually going to have a negative effect on your day. But if you wake up and you actually go outside, get that natural light inside you, and it actually changes your circadian rhythm. I think I'm probably saying it wrong. So I take morning walks every day with my dog, and I think that has been super beneficial without me realizing that, those early morning walks have really helped my mental health. And another thing, and on my lunch hour, actually, I take an hour break after I edit the videos in the morning, then I go to the gym, and then after that I have my brunch breakfast.
Sure.
And then after that I go for a dog walk. My days are so structured.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, and so when I take my dog out, we go for an hour-long walk. I make sure he gets exercise, and then I listen to a podcast or something.
Yeah.
So that way, I feel like I'm still learning something, and and then I think those kind of things are so crucial for me to have a healthy mind.
Yeah, definitely. I love that, dude. Yeah. That's super cool, man. Yeah, I think it's just so important, and I always tell people, just the little things make a difference. Because I choose to. I want to be here, but I was just so down on myself. But I was like, it's kind of my fault. I'm not making the best choices, so it's I need to fix it. And I'm like, wow, what a difference! It made, and especially again, YouTube really helped, because that kind of gave me a platform to talk about it with more people. And yeah, man, I've definitely there's been a few times where I've bawled my eyes out on videos. Sometimes songs just have hit me so hard, and I love getting messages saying dude, it hit me too, and I can relate to it, and that helps my mental health, knowing that I'm not alone, essentially. And again, it feels like everyone is kind of a family, and they get it. We all love the music, but we also love the message in it. So it's always nice to, have people relate to that type of stuff. And that actually has really helped me a lot, man. It's really helped me realize like I'm not alone and I can keep doing it. People actually enjoy like what I do or what you do, and that really helped me like understand like, okay, I think doing YouTube is part of my life calling, but again, I think helping people overall, I think is what I'm meant here to do. I know it sounds kind of weird talking about myself like that, but that's just what
no.
it's just what what I feel. So yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's amazing, man. It truly is amazing. And I'm trying to wonder what songs broke you down.
It was Palisades and their song Sober. That song, I don't know if you listen to Palisades at all.
Yeah, they had a new album earlier this year, right?
Yeah, Reaching Hypercritical.
Oh, no, I was thinking of a different band.
Oh.
No, I don't think I've heard that song, dude. No, Sober. No, I never heard it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good song. It talks about like, turning to drugs and stuff like that. But for me, again, with my pornography addiction, I kind of treat it like that. So that kind of just broke me down. Like it hit me, dude. What was the other one that made me, I did cry at Color Decay because the messages in it really had me. So I got, that one made me, there's one more. It might have been Darko Come Home, actually. I don't know. It might have been that one. I cried at another song too, but there's been a few songs I've cried on camera too. I'm like, you know what? I was afraid to upload those. So I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I did it anyway. So it's dude, I know the Darko one hurt you too. I know the story about it. And I did that hurt me too, man. But for me, that one hit in like such a different way. I don't know. It just reminded me of like my grandpa and like just, I don't know. It just kind of brought back some memories. Like, I don't know. I just miss him and stuff. I don't know. It was just a song that got me, dude. So
yeah,
it hit me hard, dude. It was a good one for sure. But
that's the only song that I broke down. And yeah, I was going through some things for sure.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had to do an album reaction to the new Darko album, and I listened to the same songs that I already reacted to. And so I'm like, oh shit, here comes
yeah.
And like I like this song. Like I can listen to the song on its own now.
Yeah.
But that tied with the video, I'm like, it brings back those memories. I'm like, fuck.
I get that. Did you like the album though overall? Just as a quick side note, did you like it?
Yeah, it was a solid album, but you know me, I always have some cons. So.
No, I love it. Yeah, it's great, dude.
Yeah, well, I thought the album was good. I thought the heavy sections needed a little bit more variety, other than just making cool electronic sounds and having these crazy gent rhythms.
Sure.
But the lighter songs really were highlights on the album, and like the features were amazing. Like Darko is just a sick band because they have such a unique sound.
Yeah.
I just think that the heavy stuff needed a little bit more variety and
sure.
And things. And it's funny that you mentioned Color Decay. And did you watch that video of mine where I said like Color Decay was just okay or like not great?
I did, because I was looking for my tweet on there, so I was being kind of self like, is it gonna talk about me?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, no, and I completely agree. Like it's cool to have you had your own opinion on it. For me, the music was good. It's just like the lyrics is what really hit me personally, but. It's not like my favorite Devil Wears Prada album for sure. I don't even know if I have a favorite, to be honest. But I definitely watched it. Yeah,
it's funny because like there's definitely more context to that. I think the album is probably Devil Wears Prada's best work.
Okay.
And I also mentioned briefly in that the lyrics are not cookie cutter too. Like the lyrics are good.
Yeah,
like, I had so many pros with that album. I think it was just people saying like it's 10 out of 10 and stuff. I'm like, whoa, 10 out of 10. Like. If you say it's 10 and 10, that's fair. But to me, 10 and 10 is like the Mona Lisa. That's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like those are like revolutionary. Like this is a solid post-hardcore record. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just me kind of like I guess bringing down the hype a little bit. But people were pissed in the comments for me just saying it was good, not even great. Like I like the album, man. It's like an 8 out of 10 for me. That's solid.
That's still really good. Yeah, that's still really good. Yeah, that's like passing. That's like a B, dude. That's perfect. Dude.
Yeah,
so, yeah, dude. No, that's what I'm saying. Like kind of tying it all back. Kind of I guess winding things up here. No, I appreciate your honest reactions. It's because like I want to hear what you have to say. Like honestly, dude, I loved your Wage War videos. I'm like, we are probably gonna disagree, and that was totally fine. And I was like, dude, like Circle the Drain. You did Circle the Drain, and I don't think you were a big fan of it. I love that song, but again, I love hearing what you have to say. But I'm not gonna get mad at you. That's my problem with. I try to love everybody. I do. I really, really do. But when it comes to people saying like, I disagree with the song or I love it, they hate it. It's like, I don't want to cause a fight. I just want to have everyone be a family here and just enjoy the music. Or if you don't like it, that's okay. That's why sometimes my videos say, please be respectful in the comments. Cause I'm like, people are gonna people are gonna freak out when it comes to that kind of stuff. But again, I try to be nice to people, but sometimes people just get me fired up, and I'm like, I can't do this, dude. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But,
I know.
Oh man, it just is what it is, though, dude. But dude, I appreciate you coming on, man. I do have just a few fun, quick questions for you, and then we'll kind of wrap things up. Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it. Like there's no rush on my end, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm curious about this here. So my first question, I did ask my friend David this year. So if you weren't making like reaction videos, like if you're like kind of like what I said, doing movies or video games, like is there a different type of content that you would want to make besides reactions, or is this what you've always wanted to do? I guess besides guitar playing, I guess anything other than music.
Great question, man. I did try a video game channel with some college friends of mine back in the day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like we never really put the videos out there. My friends were kind of like, my one friend couldn't work with him. Yeah. But so my other content, this is a great question, dude. I really like this one.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
I think the mental health video that, really made me realize that I think it's an important conversation to talk about. So it would be focused around like, mental health and talking about struggles with relationships and all these things, and make it that kind of channel, like a personal growth channel. I think is what I would do. I would give tips and information what's helped me. But the reason why I wouldn't do that is that I don't even think I'm personally full there. Like I'm not there completely. There's still more work that I need to do, and so I'm going to keep working on myself. Maybe when the time's right, I actually might have that channel. Like that's something that I'm passionate about. Is like you were just saying, you want to help other people.
Absolutely.
I have that desire too, man. Like, like I said, I watch other people and they kind of inspire me. And I think, I don't know. I think a lot of it would be mainly for men, right? And I think men need some more male role models out there. I'm not saying I would be one. Well, who knows, if I did a fucking great channel, then maybe. But but I mean, like people need some like more relatable people that they can relate to online that can help them, and I think that's kind of missing a lot of the times in the social media world. Like it gets super controversial, but look at what fucking Andrew Tate, right? That guy blew up.
Yeah.
Like that guy is so controversial,
Absolutely,
right? Yeah, but I mean, like, look at all the men that were kind of listening to what he had to say, and I'm talking about like the stuff about success and stuff, not treating women like garbage kind of thing. But
of course, I know,
But I mean, there's a desire that men need some more role models, like positive role models, right? So I think that's something that would be kind of cool to do in the future. But
oh man, that would be cool, especially like tying that in with like all your workout stuff, dude. I'm sure you'd make some super cool vlogs with like, I think that'd be really cool, dude. I think that'd be a really awesome channel. That'd be really, really sick to see. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I got some work to do on the fitness stuff first, though.
Oh, dude, I mean,
the fitness YouTube world. Oh my god, it's a little toxic, man.
It seems like it is. Like, it's like, oh man, dude, but that's what I love about the metal scene. Everyone's so nice. I know the music can be aggressive, but everyone's just so nice. So I'm like, I like it here. It's very safe and it's very nice.
Most people, very.
Yeah.
Dude, I know, for like 98% of people here are super chill.
No, they're super cool, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, go ahead.
What about you?
For different content and stuff?
Yeah, you said movies?
Oh yeah, I would do movies. I'm a big horror guy. I love all types of movies. Superhero. I watch everything. So it would probably be either music. Sorry, I already do that. I would probably be movie reviewing channel, because I watch a lot of those. Me and my dad, I don't know if you ever heard of it. I do watch reaction videos, but I actually watch probably more movie and video game channels. Like my dad and I are a huge fan of a YouTube channel called Double Toasted. It's just these two guys, and they're hilarious, and they just talk about movies. And it's like, man, I would love to have a fun podcast like talking about like movies and just making people laugh and that type of stuff. So either that or probably like video game walkthroughs. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at figuring stuff out. But I'd probably say movies, like review movies and those types of things. I think that would be really fun. That's like my other passion. Like I love, like my favorite movie of all time is Get Out. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Shit,
dude! That movie, that movie was just so good, man. And I love it, man. That movie's so good. I love anything Jordan Peele does. But yeah,
same.
Yeah.
I'll watch anything he does. I'm a big horror guy. I also wanted to say I subscribe to Double Toasted over here.
Oh, nice.
Check out some of their stuff.
Sweet, dude. Yeah, I talked to Corey is the main guy, and I talked to him. I was actually on their Twitch game show thing, and yeah, so Corey and I, the main host, became pretty good friends. So he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, they're super funny. They're just really cool dudes. So yeah, that's what I would probably do, because very passionate about movies. You have a favorite horror movie, just kind of like off the cuff here?
Dude, I'm a big like horror buff guy.
Okay.
I don't watch as much anymore lately, but you know, it's been a big part of my life. I really like the niche ones. Just like my music taste is niche. Just when it comes to art, I just like niche stuff. So I've always liked J horror. J horror is fucking creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! What was this movie called? Oh, I totally forget the name, but it was freaky as hell. But out of modern movies, though, I think Hereditary.
I love that movie. Absolutely, so good, dude.
Amazing, so good.
Yeah.
And I think the same director.
Midsommar.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different director. The guy that did The Witch, the VV-itch one. That was a good movie, but he also made The Lighthouse, which wasn't so horror, but it was a creepy movie.
Oh, yeah. The Witch, The Lighthouse. He also did The Northman.
Oh, he did that movie?
Yeah, that's his third movie. Yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta watch that, dude.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen that one yet, but I really liked The Lighthouse. I thought that was super unique. I forgot the director's name, but yeah, The Witch, super sick. The Lighthouse, super sick, dude. So good, man. Great movies. People don't like The Lighthouse because it's shot a little bit different, but I'm like, dude, I thought that was a great film, man. Super
the
cool.
acting is unbelievable and stuff. The story is weird. I love it, and the shots are they're all very artistic. They're very trippy looking. I like it a lot, man.
Oh, they are, dude. Yeah, they're awesome, dude. Super cool. I was gonna ask you, my next question was like, what is the best band you've discovered through doing reaction? Like either from a request or you're like, I want to check that band out. Is it Relica? Is that am I guessing right?
Man, let's see.
Or I guess a few, I guess.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a few. Relica is the one that I can think of right now.
Yeah.
Ithaca is really sick. These are all new bands. I'm trying to think. Aviations. It's funny. Aviations I discovered before actually outside the YouTube channel. Have you heard of Aviations?
I haven't. No, I've never heard of them.
And you watch all my videos?
I haven't.
You're lying, dude. You're lying.
I guess I haven't seen Aviation. Yeah, I guess I'm missing out on a few, dude. Dang.
So, okay, this is possibly one of my favorite videos, and it's funny because I recently checked out the comments again, and people are saying, like, I still come back to this video from METALBIRB just to watch him get mind blown to this song. So it's a progressive metal song. It's 11 minutes long.
Okay.
But it's kind of like synonymous with my channel because like a lot of people know it's like one of the best. It's still the best song I've ever heard on my channel.
Oh wow!
Like,
dang.
Yeah, it's the track just blew me away. The music video and everything, the quality is insane. So I even put on my title one of the best songs I've heard in years.
Wow.
And yeah. And a lot of people discovered that band through my video, which was such a cool experience. And then it got a lot of other reaction channels jumping on board. So now they have tons of reactions, and now they're writing a new album. And I was help. I'm pretty sure, like they mentioned to me that I was a help to make them like get the initiative to write an album. And their new album they're trying to evoke the same feelings that one song did for people.
Wow.
So it's really cool that this band is really like making music around like, you know, my reaction and other people's reactions to their 11-minute epic track. But yeah, I highly recommend
I'll check it out, dude. Yeah.
Are you into prog metal? Like
I don't mind it. Yeah, it's cool. I think it's awesome, dude. So should I react to it or should I just watch your reaction?
I think it's worth a reaction. It's such
I'll write it down.
It's an experience. I personally think, but also I feel like I'm overhyping it that it might not hit you the same because I went into it with like not the same kind of expectations.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Sick. I'll have to check it out, dude, for sure. And we kind of already talked. We may have mentioned. I don't know. Did we talk about your favorite video game? That was one of the questions I had. Do you have a favorite video game?
Oh, no, I love this question, dude. But first, I do want to talk about the J horror. The movie that I was trying to think of is called Pulse. Pulse. It is I think they did an American version of it and it's garbage. But the Japanese horror one is so fucking weird. It's so creepy. Pulse. It's so unsettling.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna write that down. The Japanese version is the good version.
Oh, Japanese version of all the movies. Is
Okay.
their version. Yeah.
I want to write that down, dude, for sure.
I don't think there's ever been. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been one American version of a J-horror movie that's like been better. But
yeah.
Oh, dude, video games. It's funny because I did a video game tier list and I was editing the video and then I stopped. I'm like, does this make sense for my YouTube channel? I don't know.
I feel you.
But I'm a big sucker for Metal Gear Solid. I think people who hear the sound effects in my videos every time there's a pro or con, like zzz, zzz, like there's these sound effects. Those are taken from the video game.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So I love every Metal Gear Solid 1 to 4 are incredible.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a big fan of Nintendo as well. Zelda Ocarina of Time is one of the best games ever made. Still,
dude, how have we not talked till just now? Because I mean, dude, we can do a whole podcast on Zelda and video games, dude. Seriously, yeah, I love that game. Phenomenal.
We're here right now, man. Let's talk.
dude, it's so good. I mean, almost every Zelda game I've played, it's just phenomenal. Yeah, Ocarina of Time or what? It's just so good. I never actually played Majora's Mask though, believe it or not. I tried when I was younger. I couldn't figure it out, so I returned it back. I returned it to the video store when that was still a thing, like renting it. But yeah, dude. I have the Switch Online service and it's on that, so I'll have to give it a shot and play it, dude.
Oh, really? You can still play it through the Switch?
Yeah, so if you get the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, it's a little expensive. It's like $50 a year, which I think is not. But they've added some more games. But like, yeah, they have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Super Mario 64, pretty much all the classic hitters. GoldenEye's coming back on the service with online play. Way. Dude, I was like, dude, I'll play some GoldenEye, dude. That's what's I love that game. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of heavy hitters on there from the N64. They have like original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and N64 games. Like they're adding Mario Party back and all these other big games. So yeah, dude, you can play it all. You just gotta pay for the subscription service. So, but yeah, you can play it all. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play it. It's funny that you said you never played Majora's Mask. We were talking about Breath of the Wild earlier. I totally forgot to mention I never finished it.
Never finished it. Okay.
No, I never finished it because like I suck at the game, dude. I suck so bad at it. So like I take little breaks. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play it again. Like I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I pick it up again. I kind of forget the controls and I just keep dying. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the wrong part of the map or something.
Yeah,
this place is a little too advanced, and I keep dying. I'm like, I keep giving up. But I do like it. I really do need to finish that game. But
yeah, I love open world games like that, and I think that's one of my favorites for sure. It actually might be my favorite Zelda game. I'll straight up say it. I think it's the best one. And I've
heard that too.
It's just so good, man. It's just the story's a little lackluster. Like, it's a little bit kind of shoved to the background, but it's like the whole world. You can kind of just do your own thing. Like, the game's not like, all right. The game's like, all right. You do like an intro, and then I'm sure you know. And then the game's like, all right. You can just go kind of do whatever. And I love that. I was like, dude, oh my gosh, dude, that game's amazing.
Nintendo games hit different, man. Like I know a lot of like the newer generation is all obsessed with like, you know, PlayStation, Xbox exclusives, but
right,
man, like I can even go back. We were talking about GoldenEye, but Banjo-Kazooie,
dude, that's on there actually. I forgot that's on there, dude. Hell yeah, that game was so sick, dude. Oh yeah,
and then the Donkey Kong game that was open world too. Awesome.
Donkey Kong 64, dude.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so yeah. Kids these days don't know. When I hear someone say their favorite game's Call of Duty, I'm like, y'all don't even know. Like some of these older games are like the best games, dude. I'm just like, it's just so fantastic. Yeah, no, I love PlayStation exclusive games, but yeah, Nintendo just hits different, man. I'm waiting for the new Metroid Prime game. I've been waiting for Metroid Prime 4 for so long. It's just, I don't know if you play the Metroid games or not, but
no, my buddy was super into them. I never personally played them.
Yeah,
I know of their reception. I know they're really good games.
Yeah, dude. The fourth one got delayed, and they haven't talked about it. And I'm just like, oh man, I need more. But I'm so excited. So excited. Yeah, I think Nintendo has some of the best exclusives. And then like PlayStation, like I love The Last of Us. I love Uncharted, God of War. I'm sure I'm Ghost of Tsushima.
The new ones?
Yeah, those are all great. Yeah, those are all fantastic games, dude. Love them.
What about the old school PlayStation? Like, well, now it's on all systems, but back in the day, Final Fantasy 7.
So yeah, so I only owned from PlayStation 3 on. I never owned a PS2. I was always a Nintendo kid, so I had all the Nintendo consoles, but I owned a PlayStation 3, 4, and I have a 5. So so a lot of the older Nintendo games I could talk about, like I played a part of the remake of 7, like on PS5. It was pretty good. I didn't finish it though.
That makes sense. When I was talking about Metal Gear, you were I didn't have a lot to add.
I did.
You missed out. PS2 Metal Gear was fucking amazing.
Never played it. Yeah, I'd never played them. They look cool. But yeah, I know. I'm telling you.
You would love them, dude.
I'm sure I would. Yeah, my friend Miguel's really into Metal Gear. He's like, dude, these games are so sick, dude. But I'm like, yeah, I just never played them. So
yeah. Well, Final Fantasy VII is another favorite of mine, and then I guess you also never played this too because it was a PlayStation 2 game. But honestly, this could be one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game.
Okay.
You know, Mario, Zelda, Metal Gear have the fun factor and everything, so I'll play those games way more than this one. But this one holds a special place in my heart. I don't even think the game's 10 out of 10 because the controls are wonky and stuff. But Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill, okay.
One of the best games ever made, only because of its lore, because of its music, because of its so unique. It's just so artistic. The story is so fucking weird and creepy. It's unlike anything else. Like there's like so much video essays surrounding that game online of people breaking it down, and like that's what makes that game so cool. And it's also so creepy. It's such a creepy game, and it's very meta. I don't know. So Silent Hill 2 is one of the, if not my favorite game, but also, you know, fucking I can't forget about Zelda, Mario, Metal Gear.
Of course, dude.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, man. Good too. Dude, you have a favorite Mario game? I mean, there's so many good Mario games. Like, is Odyssey your favorite? Or like Galaxy? I don't know if you had a Wii back in the day or...
No, I know. I wish I had a Wii.
Okay. It's all right.
You know, 64 is always...
Yeah.
I want a Wii, dude.
Yeah, the Wii's cool.
But Mario 64 was always my favorite. But then...
so good.
But then Odyssey... Dude, I played the shit out of that game.
It's so good. Like, I was like, how is this game so good? I don't understand. It's amazing, dude. Everything about it is great. Controls, it's just awesome. It's so good.
Those games start off so easy. It's just like, this is ridiculously easy. And then after you beat it and you're trying to collect more stars, it gets ridiculously hard. It does. Is like so fucking challenging that I just give up.
I know. I feel you.
I feel like it's even harder than like the Dark Souls games and stuff, trying to complete those Mario games.
Yeah, dude, Mario's got a lot in them. People think it's for kids, but I'm like, dude, if you really get into it, like, dude, those games are hard. Odyssey is trying to collect all 999 moons is like almost an impossible task. I haven't even done it. It's so hard.
I won't even bother.
Yeah, dude, it's so hard. But man, put all that work into it, dude. Seriously, but oh man, that's awesome, dude. I didn't know you were like, you know, old school like Zelda, Mario. I thought that's super sick, dude. Yeah, but yeah, all those games are available to play. With the Switch, again, you just have to pay for it, which is kind of a bummer. Their online isn't great, but I pay for it to, like, you know, play Mario Kart with some friends and stuff like that. So Mario Kart's another fun game that I really like. I like all of them. So Mario Kart's a banger, dude.
Yeah, Mario Kart's a banger. Absolutely. I actually never could care too much into Super Smash Bros. Too much. Like, it's fun with friends, but yeah, I think they're all right.
I put so many hours into the new one, dude. I put like almost 200 hours into Ultimate, dude. I put so many hours. I've loved Smash since the 64. I played them all, so super fun games.
I can never get into it, man.
Yeah, dude. It's a tough crowd with Smash Bros. Dude, there's some really competitive people out there. I used to watch Smash Bros. Like professionally, like when people would stream it live on YouTube. Like I loved it. I was like, this is so sick to watch. I can never be in those competitions, man. It could never happen. I'm not that good.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, it's fun. You're like shocked that I played some of the old school games, but I feel like most metalheads are into the same things. We're all seem to be a lot of it. We're all into like horror. We're all into video games. Like we all relate in the same kind of clicky kind of stuff. Like we all might have different tastes within these genres, but we're all fans of this art. I think we're all just like we're all like artistic people. Like we all appreciate art.
Definitely. I think that's actually really cool. I never thought of it that way, but you're absolutely right. And then I do have one last question. What's your favorite like junk food? Because I know you like to eat healthy. Like, what do you like to eat junk food wise? If you have I'm
a fucking bottomless pit, dude. I eat healthy, but like I grew up as a big kid, right? So I ate everything. Like, you know, what's a tough question? What's my least favorite food?
Okay,
I love every single food. I'm a big fucking foodie, man.
I love it, dude. That's awesome, dude. Okay, what's your least favorite food? Can you do that one?
Oh yeah, blue cheese. Blue cheese can fuck off. Yeah. Put that on a burger. Why did you ruin my burger,
exactly. Man? Yeah, I'm not a big blue cheese guy either. Now, when people dip it with wings, like, y'all need to leave right now. It's ranch, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree with that. It's pretty gross.
But once people ask me what's my favorite food, I have an answer. Like, you know, I fucking love chicken wings. I love a pizza. Who doesn't?
Yeah, right, of course, yeah.
But I think the ultimate food is just a burger. Because you got your protein, but then you also got your carbs with the bread, and then you also got your veggies with the lettuce, onions, tomatoes. You do. And then you got your sauces with the condiments, but also you don't have to just have a plain burger. You can have a ciabatta bun. You can have a double beef Angus burger. You can throw in some bacon, throw in some onion rings, get some barbecue sauce, chipotle aioli, like spice it up. Burgers are so fucking versatile. They're so easy to eat.
Yeah, they are.
They're protein too. They're filling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burger's the best. Burger and fries. Oh, dude, I love it.
That's what's up, man. That's awesome.
Oh, sorry, I can keep going on about food, man.
Yeah, you're good. Absolutely. What's up, dude?
So I came back from Mexico, right? And when I was a kid, I was always like eating burgers and club sandwiches, like the most American food ever. Because I was just like a Canadian kid. But now when I went to Mexico last time, I'm really trying to eat all the different things I can. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying like everything spicy. My tolerance to spicy food has gone up. But I realized my favorite food, and this could trump a burger at the moment because it's that fucking good, is tacos at pastor. Oh God. So
you gotta explain it, dude. I'm ready.
Tacos hit different there for sure, okay? And it sounds cliche the same, but it's Mexico. Come on. Okay. But pastor is like, you know that meat where they have it on like on a grilling stick or whatever?
Yeah,
it's like a rotating stick and they shave off the meat.
Yeah.
So they just have like a big piece of pork meat that's just like they shave it off and stuff, put it into a taco. But then they grill some pineapple. So they grill some pineapple into it.
Nice.
And then you put that on your tortilla, and then you just the sauces that they have such a unique kick, man. I don't even know how to explain it, but you put your sauces on it, and then you put the chopped onions and cilantro, and you squeeze your lime, and it's just so fucking. It's such a unique, meaty, sweet, spicy taste.
That sounds awesome, dude.
I'm literally, my mouth is watering.
Dude, that sounds really good, man. That sounds delicious, dude. Oh man, that is.
What's
awesome,
your favorite food?
Oh man, dude, I'm a steak guy. I like a good medium rare steak, dude. I can eat that up all day. But yeah, burger, or even honestly, like I like a good sandwich. Like again, kind of with the burger, I kind of just do whatever with my sandwiches. So yeah, I'm a big sandwich guy, man. I love them. So good, dude. With some chips, dude. I'm telling you, so good.
Exactly. I feel like it's an underrated answer. People will probably come up with like fettuccine Alfredo chicken. No. A burger is fucking classic, dude.
Dude, I love me a good burger too. Yeah, absolutely, man. Oh, just delicious. Yeah, sometimes, honestly, if I don't know anything on the menu and there's a burger, that's usually my pick. Either that or like some chicken strips, like the most generic thing ever. But like that's what I pick. I'm like, I don't know what to eat here. I'm just gonna get a burger.
Bro, this is why I stick to music reviews, because like when it comes to food, I'm like, give me a McDouble and a junior chicken. Put that together, that's fucking heaven, bro.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man. I love it, dude. That's hilarious. But dude, I gotta say, man, it has been an absolute pleasure like having you on. I seriously, dude, like I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you coming on to have a chat with me and letting me get to know you, dude. I like to hand it off to you. I mean, I know you know, we all know who you are. You're an awesome dude. But if you want to take this time really quick to, you know, plug your socials, like again, I upload this pretty much everywhere, and I put it on my Facebook everywhere. So I mean, if you want to plug your socials, I would love for you to do that, dude.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, obviously a YouTuber, but I've been going pretty hard on TikTok lately, so feel free to check out my TikTok, METALBIRB.
Do you? I think I follow you. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I'll check on that.
It's funny because I'm not trying to promote my TikTok too much because I have like an editing style that I don't want emulated at the moment.
Sure.
And it's funny because like a bigger person is already kind of taking my style. I'm like, fuck. I won't say who, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so then so on Twitch, you know, I'm on Twitch as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned for the YouTube stuff because, like, yeah, I want to do a podcast as well, man.
Cool.
And the reason why I want to do a podcast is we didn't really touch up on it, dude. I can keep talking.
Yeah, no, sure.
One of the things is like you know, doing YouTube full time. One of the biggest cons. One of the biggest cons of doing this is you're working by yourself all the time, right? So like I want to have more a community that's like I can actually verbally talk to people. So I think a podcast is not something I should just do for my channel, but it's something that I personally need to do.
Sure.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So follow me on YouTube. I'll be interviewing some bands hopefully in the future when I figure things out. And what else did I miss? Whatever. You can find me on Instagram. Just type in METALBIRB. I pop up
everywhere. He's there. He's the man. You can find him in anywhere. And I'll make sure to leave everything linked for everyone to check out here. But dude, again, METALBIRB, dude. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, dude. Thanks so much for coming on. I know, like, I was just so stoked when you agreed to come on. I was like, oh, dude, this is so sick. So seriously, dude, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming on and having a chat, dude. It means the world, man.
No worries. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Well, thank you all again so much for listening to the Chandler Burton podcast. Again, always remember that you are loved. And until next time, I hope you all take care. Thank you again, my man. I appreciate you.